Hey guys, Brigham from the future here. Just wanted to make a quick disclaimer that this episode was recorded about a week ago and it was right before all the Hall H news, and so none of that is in this episode. We're going to cover that probably next week or like the week after that, but it's a lot of cool stuff and I can't wait to talk about it. Sorry for the inconvenience, and enjoy this episode about Far From Home and all that stuff. So, yeah.
And I will always love you. I will always love you.
Welcome to Marvel Monday. I'm Brigham,
And I'm Chance.
and we've got a couple different things for you today. We're going to go over a couple pieces of news, and then we're going to talk about the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Far From Home. So, how many pieces of news do we have, Chance?
We have upwards of 33 pieces of news, and that's not counting the stuff that I don't have because I haven't updated it since May 24th. So,
This is really weird not recording in the same room as you.
yeah, it gets
Not gonna lie.
a little weird. Yeah. Okay. First piece of news we have. Ryan Reynolds confirms that there will be a Deadpool 3, and it's currently in the works.
Nice. Probably won't be able to watch it, but okay. But
I
that's
just
also
watched-
Sorry,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
So, but that's also good because of that means that we're still gonna get Deadpool movies even though the Fox is owned by Disney.
Yeah. Let's see, what's next? Ant-Man 3 is supposedly in the works. That's kind of a rumor, but I don't know how
Yeah,
that goes.
I'm not super excited for that, I guess, just because, well, Ant-Man 3 or Ant-Man 2 wasn't my favorite
Was-
in the world,
yeah,
I
it
guess.
was kind of disappointing if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it was like your mediocre Marvel movie type,
Yeah.
like cookie cutter, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing if it's not
There's-
broke, don't
yeah.
fix it. But it's still,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Um,
there's a dog. So we have a dog here. I mean, we have a lot of dogs here, but we have a puppy here, and it's just sitting outside my window. One second. Puppy, look at me. Here, I'll open the window and it can come in. Come on in, puppy. Come in. Come on. Just not you, Elsa. Oh my gosh. Sorry, this is a big portion I'm gonna have to cut out. My other dog's just like, no, let me in. Kate, you need to calm down if you're gonna stay down here. Screw it. Okay, 1 second. I gotta bring the dog upstairs. Get upstairs, you little brat. Go. Go. Go upstairs. Follow me. Come on. Good job, okay? Okay. My apologies.
okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Next piece of news. This is another rumor.
Rumor.
Marvel Studios is developing a film based on the Chitauri. I don't know if I really want that, but
Wait. So is it like they're just making a movie about the race, or like a superhero with them being the villain?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
even know if that's
it's-
relevant anymore. That was a long time ago. So I
Yeah.
don't know
Well,
if
if-
that's still a thing.
I
But-
guess, yeah.
It's a very small rumor, though, so I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see.
That'd be a weird movie, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I really would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Chris Evans has been given the opportunity to direct episodes of the Marvel shows on Disney's streaming service.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
I
'Cause-
think it's kind of a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Chris Evans wants to do more Marvel stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think he'd do a good job. I'm not saying he'd be bad at it. But,
Yeah.
It just depends on what he wants to do, I guess.
Yeah. The Eternals movie will be beginning production in August, so.
I always forget that movie's happening. But it's I forget. Okay, all right. I'm the one on the podcast who forgets about things, and
Which is not a good
Yeah.
thing to do. Especially when
Yeah,
you run
I
a
mean,
podcast.
yeah, we run a podcast about Marvel. I shouldn't be forgetting about this. Whatever, it's fine. Don't read too much into it, okay?
The Black Widow movie is not going to be rated R.
Oh, really?
So,
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
That's
they
nice.
had any plans to make it rated R, but I don't know.
Yeah, weren't there rumors going around that it was going to be rated R?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Well, that's the whole reason that exists, is so people know it's not, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine with it being not rated R.
Marvel Studios might be developing a Silver Surfer film.
Marvel Studios? Not
Yeah.
Fox?
Yeah, Marvel Studios.
Interesting.
Yep. And then
Jared
along
would
with
be happy with that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Jared would not be happy with that, because that means that they missed out on an opportunity to put him in Infinity War.
yeah,
And we all know how Jared feels about...
we'd never hear the end of it.
Oh, no, we wouldn't. Still, that'd be pretty sick.
I think it would be cool, but
Yeah.
and then along with that, they also might be making a Fantastic Four movie, which I am kind of not looking
Worried.
forward to. Yeah,
Worried. I feel I want them to do it because we haven't had a good I guess
Yeah.
version
good-
of them. So,
yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to begin production in February of 2020. Yeah, I think 2020.
2020
I
Okay.
think so, yeah. Or
begin
2021. Yeah,
production or filming.
production.
Oh, because James Gunn is back on board now, right?
Yeah, and he still has to do his other project that he was working on.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
And yeah, he has to wait till he's done with that to even start on Volume 3.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah. I'm glad he's back though, because it would have been
yeah, it would have been a
bad without him.
bad word storm.
Yeah, bad word storm.
Um,
Thank you. I appreciate you not saying it, because then I would have had to cut it out. And it's, yeah.
Angelina Jolie is joining the cast of The Eternals.
Once again, we talked about it like 5 minutes ago, and I forgot about it happening again. That's how not excited I am for that movie.
I
just
forget.
seems-
I forget it's happening until I read something about it, and then I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
yep, that's happening.
Oh yeah. That's a thing.
The
Unfortunately.
Shang-Chi movie, like the Kung Fu movie or whatever, is gonna it's gonna start filming soon, and it's gonna start filming in Australia. So that's neat.
I didn't even know that was a thing,
It
but I guess
okay.
I thought that was a TV show.
I think it's gonna be a movie.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
yeah.
you'd know better than me, so I'll believe you. But
Okay. Oh, that's a very outdated piece of news. Oh.
what? Just say it. Just say it. You don't have to go into the final cut.
Stan Lee's last cameo will be in Endgame.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that just shows you how long it's been since we've recorded a podcast.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
David Harbour, which is the guy who plays the cop on
Hopper.
on Stranger
Yeah, on
Things.
Stranger Things.
He's been cast for the Black Widow movie.
He has?
An unknown role.
I didn't even know that. That's awesome. See, I'm a lot more. I've found that after seeing Homecoming, I'm a lot more excited for all these movies because before I saw
Homecoming or Far
Homecoming,
From
I was
Home?
like, Far From Home. Why are the names so similar? I'm gonna call
was
it
like-
Homecoming so many times.
I was like, Homecoming, that was like 2 years ago, dude. And
Yeah, I've said Homecoming so many times when referring to Far From Home.
what's the
Well,
next one?
I
Gonna be
wasn't-
Homeless?
Actually, considering the context of the post-credit scene, it very well could be homeless.
Spider-Man Homeless.
Yeah. See what's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, is this? Oh, I love this so much. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you ready to move on?
Oh wait, no. I was gonna say my point before we got sidetracked with Spider-Man Homeless. So before seeing Far From Home, I wasn't excited at all for like movies after Endgame. I thought it's just gonna die out slowly and everything. But after I saw Far From Home, I'm a lot more invested in all of these new movies now. So that's what I
good.
had to say. So go ahead.
Hercules might be introduced in the Eternals movie.
Like Hercules, like from mythology. Or is there a
Sure.
character named Hercules?
I'm pretty sure there's a character named Hercules, but
Oh, cool. Well, I
um,
didn't know that.
according to Mark Ruffalo, there were 5 different endings for Endgame.
I mean, it's called End Game, so I'm sure there were several. That was a dumb joke, and I'll shut up.
There have been discussions about a 4th Thor movie.
Well, why do that? Why? Because
he has
you've already
Chris
got-
Hemsworth has 2 more movies on his contract.
just put him in the 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Right?
Well, you think there's gonna be a 4th one?
A 4th Guardians.
So he has 2.
They
He has 2 more movies left. He signed his contract for 2 more movies after Endgame.
After Endgame? So
And
that means
so
he's got Guardians 3.
Yeah, and then possibly a 4th.
Possibly
Thor
4th.
movie. Yeah,
For Thor.
yeah.
Thor 4. Yeah.
There
Why
you
are
go.
those two words so similar? For Thor. Thor.
Let's see. The Russo brothers have. I don't know if this is like a rumor or if it's set in stone, but the Russo brothers had some interest to produce a documentary about Stan Lee. So that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Especially with the Russo
Um,
brothers, too.
Yeah, with the Russo brothers doing it. I here's my thing about like Stanley stuff. I get like that, you know.
Uh-huh.
I hope I don't want them to do a biopic on Stanley. You know,
Yeah.
like because that's the thing that's all the rage now is biopic on everyone. I want them if they're gonna do some sort of memorabilia, I'd want it to be like a documentary talking about his life, not like a biopic, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, so just like a straight stick to it documentary.
Yeah, straight like facts,
Not like,
not
yeah, cast,
Yeah.
you know, like an actor to,
yeah. You know,
yeah,
because
I understand.
Yeah, that's just where I'm coming from, I guess. So
Marvel Studios is showing some interest in developing a Nova film.
I mean, you got to go somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Nova.
interesting.
Yeah, we've already got Nova Core stuff going on, so that'd be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah.
A Nova. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe after the events of Endgame, they're like, "Boy, we need a new, like a better thing to protect us. So we're gonna give this guy special powers."
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what's. I don't know if that's the origin of Nova, but I mean, it seems like they don't like to stick to regular origins.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who? You're not gonna be too pleased with this one. The Gambit movie has been taken
Yeah.
from the release schedule.
I know. Okay. I thought I wasn't gonna. I sent the post to you and was just like
Yeah.
when I saw it, I thought I wasn't gonna have to deal with this. Okay. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I just didn't want to accept it, and now it's dead. The Gambit movie is dead, guys, and I'm deeply saddened.
No, that's just funny, dude. I laughed so hard when you sent it to me though, because I knew you just didn't like it.
Yeah, I was so sad. I think I was like playing video games or something, and I checked my phone right before. I checked my phone like in between matches or something, and I saw that, and I just said to Isaac Draper, I was like, "Hey, I have to go." And he was like, "Oh, okay," and I just sat there for like 5 minutes and just. I'm mad about it, but it's okay. Hopefully with the new oh, you know what would be cool? With the new X-Men in the MCU and stuff. What if in like Gambit would be like the Wolverine of them? That's not going to happen, but I want it to, so.
Okay, I'm gonna move on now because I don't want to hear the
Yeah,
rest of this story.
Go ahead.
Marvel Studios Phase 4 plans will begin next year, so we have to wait another year before we get any new content.
Yeah, well, we'll get them next year, but aren't they gonna? They got San Diego,
Yeah, they're gonna be at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con this
Baseball.
year, so yep.
so I feel like we're gonna get Phase 4 revealed at least.
Yeah, and they're also going to D23 in August too, so there's some more hope for that as well.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Wait. I got it. I lose my train of thought a lot. So we've got nothing announced for Phase 4 at the moment, right? So.
Well, I mean, we have Black Widow.
But that's not official, is it? Like.
I'd
So
say
we don't have like a
this.
release date. We don't have like a release date.
We don't have
is
a
what I'm saying.
date, but it's gonna be in Phase 4.
I mean, I figured, but we don't have release dates for anything.
We don't
I
have,
guess, is what I'm
official
saying.
release dates. Well, it's not like they're gonna put out a release date and they're gonna stick to it. Because I mean, like if you remember what they did for Phase 3, they had like freaking Inhumans
Yeah.
for November and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
like,
and a lot of it changed. But I'm talking about like in the near future, like next year.
oh yeah, I don't know.
So, I wanted to ask you a question because I was thinking about this earlier. Do you think we're going to get something in March, like the whether that be the Black Widow movie or the Eternals movie or just something
Like March of next year,
yeah, 2020,
something in March.
like a movie in March,
Um,
like because how Captain Marvel came out in March, right? So
yeah.
did
And then Black Panther came
Black
out
Panther.
in February.
February.
So, I don't know. I would say probably not, because I'm looking at a bunch of the dates that they've slated for the next couple years,
Mm-hmm.
and they have something for May of next year, but not anything for March.
Yeah. Well, because I figured
But that could change too, you know. So
yeah, because I figured I don't think they'd pass up like that May slot, like that summer slot, because
yeah,
that's a huge slot to get, you know. And
hmm
I mean,
I think
I was just
the
thinking
best,
because
their best bets are like May and November. That's the good months to put something out.
yeah. Because then you have it over Christmas if you put it out in November when
Yeah.
everyone's out of school and everything, and then you have it over summer when everyone's like out of school and everything. And then yeah, I was just thinking because we had that huge gap between Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know.
Yeah, from July.
And I was- Yeah, from July to whenever. And I was just thinking, like, are we gonna have an even longer period to wait or what?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of. It's
Okay, all right.
odd.
Have they talked about Spider-Man 3 yet?
I think Kevin
I mean,
Feige was talking.
Spider-Man Homeless.
Yeah, I think they were talking about it the other day, that they're certainly gonna put one out for sure. They just don't know when. I think
Yeah.
it's a safe bet to say in 2021, because they're to keep
2
the
year-
2 year
2 years.
jump between
Yeah.
Homecoming and Far From Home. So, but I don't know.
Technically,
I heard them say that they're
it's like
gonna do
5 years,
some.
but
They're gonna do something that's never been done before on film with Peter Parker, because obviously
everyone. Oh wait, hold on. I can't say.
we
it.
gotta
We're not in
wait
the
till
spoiler
news is
territory.
over, and then we gotta like have a proper
Oh, boys.
transition.
Boys, I have some stuff to talk about Far From Home. Okay?
We gotta wait,
And-
bro. We're not done yet.
I know. Okay, let's keep
Chill.
going. Bro, chill.
Stop! I'm not doing it. Let's see. The Marvel Studios is still trying to figure out ways to introduce Deadpool into the MCU.
Deadpool? Oh yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. They just have him
Spider-Man.
Just have him walk onto camera. No plot, no nothing. Just have him walk on screen.
Oh my gosh. What if? Okay. He had like a cameo, right? Like a Stan Lee type sort of thing, and just but acknowledges that he's a cameo, right?
Yeah.
in the movie, and that's how they introduce him. But what if he's in Spider-Man homeless? What if he's like
Alright.
an ally in that? Be pretty cool.
I think they said that they
I
weren't
hope-
gonna do that.
Oh,
Put
well, that's a
him in
missed opportunity.
That's for dang sure.
Thank you so much for saying that.
All right. Now I gotta search the webs for some news that I didn't have written down because I know there's a lot.
Yeah. You want me to look too?
No, I got it. I'm already pulling it up. Let's see here.
All right.
Let's
I was
see.
just gonna pull up MCU Insta's thing.
We
You just
got.
go down.
We got. They're gonna be at Hall H.
Yep. Talked about
Tom
that.
Holland was supposed to have a bit of a cameo in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but it was cut.
Yep.
Right? Yep,
Yeah,
I remember
obviously.
that. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been. Let's see here. Far From Home almost had Falcon as Cap in it.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. That's pretty
They
cool.
almost put him as the new Captain America in Far From Home. I think that would have been a little cool.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll bring this up later. I'm just gonna mention this real quick. Something that I liked about Far From Home, and I'll get into this a little bit later because it's like I've changed. Okay. Anyway, is that it's a solo movie, and that because we've had all of these like team up movies and stuff, and I love that it's just a solo movie. There's no Avengers in it. I mean, there's Nick Fury, but
Yeah.
I mean that's about the extent of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Spider-Man Far From Home brought in $39.25 million on Tuesday, making it the largest Tuesday debut of all time.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
have a couple type things with money that we're gonna talk about once we get into the review thing.
Peter Parker's passport says that his birthday's on August 10th, and Spider-Man's first appearance was in Amazing Fantasy number 15, released on August 10th of 1962.
Oh, that's an awesome Easter egg. That's so cool.
I think I'll save this for when we do the review because this is
Okay.
something to do with Far From Home with spoilers.
Okay.
So,
Do you want to
we're gonna
just
save
get
that
into the review then, or do you have more stuff?
I'm gonna check a little bit more.
Okay. It's okay. I can literally cut out all this in between time. So take your time.
Let's see here. Typing. Let's see. The MCU is reportedly targeting 2022 release for Fantastic Four.
Okay. So they can't
And-
start production on anything Fox related till January, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I think
So
so.
I can
Yeah.
see,
I could see
a
it happening.
2022
Yeah, I could see
targeted
it.
release.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like movies take a bit longer than that, but I mean, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a kid in a bedroom talking about a movie. So
And they also said that they might make it take place in the 1960s, which I don't know if I really enjoy that because it kind of messes with timelines and stuff, you know?
I honestly don't really care.
Because
I
I,
mean,
think it would
it's-
be, I think it'd be weird because like I know why, because like Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s and it makes sense why she's not on Earth and stuff. But since the Fantastic Four, you know, like live on Earth,
Well,
it just seems kind of odd, you know.
okay. I feel like it makes sense to me because we because they don't want to they don't want to have people asking, "Oh, where were Fantastic Four during the Battle of New York or, Sokovia and stuff like that." So if they make it like a 60s thing and they'll be too old or dead by the time Battle of New York
Yeah.
came around.
No, that makes sense.
And I don't really care if they start doing period pieces and not period pieces, but like different time eras because I mean, it doesn't matter to me. And then
Yeah.
and then also like we could have, even if like we have a 3 movie series of Fantastic Four films set in the 60s, like the climax of phase 6 or whatever the next big Thanos is going to be could go through time and pick them up or whatever,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess.
Oh yeah, here's one. Marvel Studios is reportedly making plans to produce at least 9 Spider-Man movies.
9?
Yeah, including Homecoming and Far From Home.
Wait, does that include Endgame and
No, like
Civil
Spider-Man
War and-
solo movies. 9 of them.
9
Solo Spider-Man movies.
of Tom Holland or other
Yeah, of Tom
people?
Holland. Yeah.
Whoa. Hold up, boys. Okay. I loved Far From Home. Just going to say that right now. And you'll find out why in a second once we do our review. But 9 films. Are you
Yeah.
serious? That is
Yeah.
ridiculous. That is
It's
just
insane.
yeah. I don't know if I
did
like
they do
that.
did Marvel Studios do a line of Coke before they did like an interview? Like I don't understand what's happening.
Seriously. Yeah. Cuz
Good lord, 9 movies.
geez, maybe like frickin' Sinister Six is the new like Thanos, I guess. Maybe that
Yeah,
could
dude.
be it.
That'd be
And then
nuts.
like their quote unquote heavy air quotes here solo movies, because like Captain America, Civil War
yeah.
was a quote unquote solo movie. Maybe they'll have team up
Stuff like that,
I guess.
you know.
Yeah, which I hope not, because we'll
yeah.
get into the review in a second. But
Matthew McConaughey has been eyed to play a villain in Phase 4.
that'd be cool. Literally nothing else to say about that. That'd be cool. Anything else?
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
Please, for the love of God. This has nothing on it. No thanks.
trying to think of stuff to fill your void with, but I got nothing. Man. I'm not an entertaining person.
You don't have to tell me twice.
I mean, you've known me for a good amount of time now. I mean, I figured you know that.
Stay back. They're the creator of the show on Fox, Legion or whatever.
Okay.
The creator of that wrote a script for a Doctor Doom movie, and he was planning on putting it out for Fox, but since the rights have changed over, now he's trying to discuss it with Marvel Studios and see if they can make a Doctor Doom movie.
That'd be pretty sick. I like that.
Yeah. Especially if you do it right, too.
Yeah. A Doctor Doom movie, not like Fantastic
Doctor
Four
Doom,
related.
yeah. Doctor Doom. Centered
Yeah,
around Doctor
interesting.
Doom. Freaking Sony. They're really desperate to have Venom and Spider-Man interact with each other. And
Poor Sony.
I don't care.
Poor Sony made a absolutely trash movie and wants
Yeah. It was pretty
it
bad.
to interact with.
It was pretty
Honest.
bad.
Oh, dude, it pretty bad. Does not even begin to describe how bad that movie
Dude, it
was,
was
dude. It was
Awful.
garbage. It was so bad. But yeah.
I think that's all the news that I have, so.
Yes, all right. I'm okay with that being all your news because I'm ready to talk about my favorite MCU movie, man. I love this
okay.
movie.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the portion of the podcast where we're going to discuss Spider-Man: Far From Home. So, heavy spoilers.
Spoilers.
And if
You've
you haven't
been
seen
warned.
the movie, please leave. No,
And
ill will or anything, but like it's a good movie, and we don't want to ruin it for you.
yep. So also, if you cry to me in the comments that I spoiled the movie for you,
What are you talking about? We don't get comments.
hey, maybe
We all know.
You're
we
right,
both
never
know that's a
mind.
lie. We both know that no,
You're right,
we don't
you're
get
right, you're right.
comments.
that's okay. It's okay. But if you do anyway, I'm gonna come to your house and shoot you. Not a joke.
Shh, you might want to cut that one out, Chief.
Not happening, Chief, but okay. So, let's talk about Spider-Man Far From Home. A couple, like, facts real quick that I want to get out of the way that I figured it would be maybe interesting to people. So, this movie came out on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019.
Which
It's
is
got a
quite
runtime
odd.
of... Yeah. Well, it makes sense because that third
Yeah.
movie has come out on Thursdays, and that Thursday was 4th of July.
Yeah,
And they wanted it
makes
to
sense.
be out for the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, because that's where the money comes from.
You're right. It had a runtime of 2 hours and 9 minutes. Did not... Okay, alright, I'll talk about the runtime in a second, but I have kind of one small issue with it. It was directed by John Watts. It stars Tom Holland, Samuel L. Jackson, and Zendaya. Those are the big three that are like on IMDb's like front page. Had an
I would say
estimated
Jake
budget.
Gyllenhaal too.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal as well. And then estimated budget of 160 million, a Metacritic score of 69, and opening weekend gross was 185 million, which
There we go.
is no Endgame gross, but I mean it's Endgame.
Yeah.
So, let's just talk about this movie, I guess.
Okay. this movie is amazing because it's Spider-Man.
It's really good, man. It's really good. So, okay. I want to get one thing out of the way here. I was wrong. Okay? I was wrong about a lot of things, but in particular, I was wrong about Tom Holland, and I honestly did not like Tom Holland, but I figured it out. It wasn't that I didn't like Tom Holland. It was that I didn't like that he sat and interacted with Tony Stark all the time. Right?
There we go. Yeah.
So that's I figured it out. Tom Holland is amazing.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
Man.
all right. I have so much to talk about. Like, okay.
Okay, let's talk about the actual movie, and then we'll talk about credit scenes after that. Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm down with that. What were
Okay.
your thoughts? One thing I want to get out of the way quick was, what were your thoughts on like the love story between him and MJ? Like that whole thing.
That dude, I don't think it could have been any better. To be honest with you, I thought it was great.
I agree. Zendaya and Tom Holland have just this chemistry on screen that I can't
yeah,
describe.
it doesn't.
They're so
it doesn't
awkward.
even seem like they're acting too. That's what makes it even better.
They're so awkward, and I love it so much. It's they're
amazing.
And so the first little bit of this movie isn't really Spider-Man being Spider-Man. It's just Peter and like
It's
his
just- yeah,
struggles,
dude.
and I really like that. And it's really cool to see that.
Yeah,
And,
I really like that aspect of the movie.
Yeah,
It did seem a little
and-
odd though that in Homecoming, like they didn't really pay attention. You know, like Peter didn't really pay attention to MJ in Homecoming, which seemed a little
Yeah.
odd to me, just to jump in Far From Home and they're But I still liked
So
it nonetheless.
I can see where you're coming from with the Peter aspect, but it was definitely apparent to me in Homecoming that MJ was. I keep wanting to call her Zendaya. That MJ was interested in Peter, because if you notice, to me it seemed like she was paying attention to him and liked him, but he was too
Yeah.
preoccupied on the other girl,
Yeah.
which was cool. But I agree, it did feel a bit abrupt that like
But it was still good though.
the beginning just jumped right into him liking her. That was the one thing with the love story aspect
But
of
it was yeah, it still was pretty well played off in the rest of the movie though.
Oh, it was perfect. I think they're like their story is perfect. Like,
Yeah, dude. It's great.
yeah, those two were made to be together, I guess.
Mhm.
Like, they've got such good chemistry, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. What'd you think about Mysterio?
I loved him. Okay, all right. So, I knew that he was gonna be a villain, and let me just say, I so called it. Because remember that walk we went on and just talked about Marvel stuff, like,
Mhm.
and I said, oh yeah, I bet you Mysterio's trying to make himself look like the hero and is
Yeah, dude.
projecting all of these things. Me and you sat and talked about it, and that
Well,
was our
dude,
theory.
I talked to Buckley the day before I went and saw it, and I totally called the mid-credit scene, dude. I totally called it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. Hold on. I'll send you screenshots of the conversation that I had
Okay.
with him.
alright.
I totally called it.
That's sick.
Let's see.
Send.
I really liked how Happy Hogan was in the movie. I liked that a lot.
I
And he
liked
wasn't-
Happy's role a lot.
Yeah, dude. I like how he's kind of, because in Homecoming, like, dude, he like despised Peter. Like, he hated Peter.
Mhm.
But like
because-
Far From Home, dude, he like, I feel like
He was-
it's just, yeah, dude. It's a good story. It's a good character development for Happy to start to
Oh yeah. So he
enjoy
he-
Peter, you know?
I feel like in this movie he took the the role that Iron Man did in Homecoming, but
Yeah.
Iron Man was in Homecoming too much.
Yeah.
But like, cause he wasn't in it that much, but he was the support thing, and so
Yeah.
also Mysterio was a little bit, and that's something I really liked about Mysterio is he actually had sympathy for Peter and like talked to him and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and maybe some of that was just like ulterior motives and just trying to get close to Peter, but like he actually helped him is the thing, like he
Yeah.
actually like took the time to talk to him about stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and which was really interesting to me. And yeah, so Happy was great, Mysterio was great.
I
Let's talk.
really-
Let's talk about the whole Mysterio thing. Wait, were you gonna say something quick though? You there?
Yeah. Can you say that one more time? My controller died. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Were you gonna say something about Mysterio before I started talking? Or
I was
something?
gonna say I was gonna start talking about the illusion scene, but
Okay, yeah, that's literally was
That-
what I was about to suggest we talk about.
I really enjoyed it actually. Like
It
it stressed me out a lot, but I really enjoyed
it. It
'Cause,
was
like,
so cool.
it. Especially when he was in his stealth suit, right? And so the illusion scene started, and then he switched to the Stark suit, and
Yeah,
that's when I realized, dude, that was crazy because like
It-
not only is Mysterio playing with his mind and stuff, but he's reminding Peter that was the work of Tony Stark.
oh yeah. And when he threw him into the homemade costume and said, "You're just
Yeah.
a kid in pajamas" or something like that, I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh,
Yeah, dude.
that's sick." That entire scene is one of my favorite sequences in all.
Dude,
of
it's
the
like
MCU.
twist after twist, dude. Because like
Yeah.
he starts, and then you think it's over because Nick Fury shoots Mysterio in the back, and then it turns out he's just Mysterio again, and then Peter gets hit by the train, dude.
Dude,
it's
I flipped out. He was like
it's just twist after twist, dude.
You- when I saw Nick Fury laughing for the first time, I was like, "No!" And he's like, "You really are that dumb, huh?" And then it
yeah,
was so
dude.
cool.
Crazy.
And what I really liked about it too is how Mysterio used the dream sequence type thing to make him interact with the real world. Like when he went to web sling Mysterio and pull it down, and a giant crane almost fell on top of him. Or like
yeah,
when he
dude.
went to punch him and hit like the beam
Uh-huh.
and stuff like that. That was really cool. And when Iron Man popped out of the grave, that was so terrifying. It was so
Yeah,
cool.
I think the only problem that I have with that illusion scene is the fact that it was Iron Man, just the suit and the skeleton. I think it would have been better if Mysterio made him see actually Tony
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I agree with that.
have Tony say, like straight out say that Peter was a disappointment.
Yeah, that would have been cool. And
That would have been
also,
so bad, but it would have been better.
it would have been awesome. So, something also that was cool was how Peter dealt with Iron Man's death and the events of Endgame. It wasn't like that was the primary focus of the movie. I guess
Yeah.
it kind of was him being the new Iron Man, but it was like the scene where he breaks down in the plane with Happy.
Dude, that was the
is-
best scene of the movie, and you
Oh, I
can't
agree.
convince me otherwise.
And he sat and said like, I can't be the next Iron Man. And Happy just kind of said, no one can live up to
no
what
one.
Tony was. Not even Tony himself. Like Tony was just second guessed everything and was all over the place. And he goes, but the only thing he never second guessed was picking you. And I started crying, dude. I was like, oh, don't say that. It was that's what really got me is when he said that. And then like him back making the suit and the
Yeah,
Back in
that-
Black
the-
by AC/DC coming
I
on
love
was
Led
so good.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, dude. It was so
Yeah.
funny because I went and
Yeah, dude, you have no idea how many freaking, like, 40-year-old guys I just heard, oh!
yeah. I went and
was
saw it
funny,
with my
though.
brother the first time, and Ben he turns to me and goes, Wait, who's this song really by?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, Ben." But yeah.
I really liked the new suit, too. I thought that was really cool.
The new suit was that I think that is my favorite suit that we've seen. Cause not gonna lie, I don't like the Iron Spider suit at all. It looks weird to me, and
It's
Dumb.
weird to look at. I like
that
the simple stuff. I like the Stark suit.
the
I
Stark
like the
suit's pretty
homemade suit a lot, too.
good.
That's
I
pretty cool.
really like the homemade suit.
But then the
for me, it probably
red and black
goes.
one was pretty good.
Yeah, the new suit. I don't know what they call it.
I think it's Bosco suit's what they call it. I don't know what it means, but it's
Bosco
Bosco.
suit. Yeah, I heard people calling it the Fury, the Nick Fury suit, but that doesn't really make sense. So I guess the stealth suit would be Nick Fury suit, if anything. But anyway, for me, the suits go red and black, and then homemade, and then Stark, and then the stealth, and then Iron Spider. But
I think mine would probably go red and black, Stark, homemade, stealth, and then Iron Spider.
yeah, it was really cool to see the Iron Spider in like that case in his
Yeah.
bedroom. Yeah, that was cool because it is like nanotechnology. So
Yeah.
that was cool.
I really liked Zendaya's character, and I really liked Ned in this movie too.
Oh yeah, Ned. Oh my gosh, Ned and Betty's relationship was the funniest thing ever. I laughed
dude,
so
it was
hard.
so funny.
Like him sitting there doing like all of his insightful things. Like, I thought we were gonna be like European bachelors. He's like, those were the words of a boy.
Yeah, dude.
And then that boy met a woman, a strong, powerful woman, and I laughed so hard.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's so good. Let's see. Okay, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. So this movie is 2 hours long, 2 hours and 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And the first hour of it is there, for me, it feels like there's a very clear difference between the first hour and the second hour.
yeah.
Because the first hour is very much like teenager, like stuff like that, and then with the fighting monsters on the side, and then I feel like it does a complete 180 and just completely focuses
Yeah.
on Mysterio and everything, and puts all the teen stuff to the side. Which, to be honest, I really liked all of his struggle with like wanting to be with his friends and be normal, you know, and not be the next Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And so I feel like there was a very clear difference once the bridge scene happened, where where he tells MJ that he's Spider-Man, and they find the projector and all that. Yeah, I feel like once that scene happened, there was a clear like 180 direction of the movie, which isn't bad.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not
noticed
bad.
it.
Yeah, and I really liked the once the new suit is finished and he jumps off the plane up the jet. That's when the movie
Mm-hmm.
completely turns.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I
Because once
really
that
loved
happens,
that I really loved him fighting the drones and the drones attacking the
Oh, yeah.
students and Happy and stuff. I really liked that a lot.
Mhm.
And the fact
And
that Peter was worried about Happy and was checking on him every so often.
yeah, that was really cool.
That brought reality to it instead of just fighting and making it to the end. You know, like actually checking because he was actually worried.
Yeah, because like that drone scene was completely different than all the other elemental action scenes.
Oh,
You know?
I really liked too when he was like when he was in the bridge with Mysterio and all the drones came in. He's like, "Come and get it," you know, and he closes
Yeah, and use
his
the Peter
eyes.
Tingle and
He fights
Yeah.
that whole fight sequence. His eyes are closed.
yeah, it's so cool. But once like the projections turn off, his eyes open again,
Yeah.
and the whole Mysterio like, you deserve the glasses or whatever, and then he just like instinctively
Catches-
like pushes the
yeah.
gun, catches the gun. I was like,
yeah.
yeah, that was so sick. And I guess that's a good spot to talk about the mid-credit scene if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we're to the point where we can start talking about the credit scenes.
Yeah. So, mid-credit scene, I thought the whole thing with him and Peter, Zendaya, MJ, sorry, and Peter, like, flying through the city and, like, and that bridge scene where they're sitting there talking and, like, all that was so cute and, like, awkward, and I loved it. But
Yeah, I
anyway,
really liked it. So I was getting a little confused about that. So you know how at the end of the movie, like this is like the last scene, Peter's sitting with Happy and May, and they're talking about if they're a thing or not. And he goes and he says he has a date. Was him swinging through the city with MJ the date?
I think so.
Because like they ended
'Cause
and
that's
they
not a-
stopped, and he's like, "All right, I gotta get out of here." Like after they landed, I was
No,
like, "Did
okay,
you just
alright.
take her
I think
across the
I-
city and just leave?" Like I saw. Was
No,
that
I
the
think I
date?
figured it out. So, that they were gonna do that first, right? And then he was gonna hurry, run home, change, and come back. You know,
Okay.
because they can't swing around while he's in the Spider-Man suit. You know,
Yeah.
and so I think that's what was probably gonna happen. But
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about
that makes more sense.
literally the greatest thing about this entire movie. J. Jonah Jameson is in this movie, and
And-
J.K. Simmons plays
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I lost it. That was the best part of the entire movie. Like because they knew you can't do better than J.K. Simmons for J. Jonah Jameson, and
That's
I
right.
was so happy. Okay, all right. We can actually talk about like the actual thing that happened in that credit scene.
So I was talking to this to Buckley too when we went and saw that again.
Uh-huh.
So we watched the scene and I said to him, look, he can. So not only did Mysterio reveal that Spider-Man is Peter Parker to the entire world, but he
Went for
also
murder.
painted Spider-Man as the villain of all the events. And I said to Buckley,
Yeah.
I said, listen, he can take care of fixing the part where he was painted as the villain if he just gets people that were like on his side. If he like, it's like the Iron Man press conference from Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if he can get like Happy and Fury and stuff like that to vouch for him and stuff like that, then he can take
He's
care
fine.
of fixing the villain problem. But his identity is out there, and he cannot fix that.
Yeah, he can't fit, and it's gonna be harder to fix it because people know him, and just people like his
Yeah.
friends and stuff can't vouch for him as well as they could if he didn't have if people didn't know who he was. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And also, not only was the murder of Mysterio blamed on him, but that entire drone attack on
Yeah.
London was blamed on him. So not only did he individually murder their new favorite superhero, right?
Well,
But
it wasn't
he-
even freaking Spider-Man that murdered him. It was his own technology that killed him.
I know, but this is from the view of people, right?
Yeah.
Like, not only did he kill their favorite new superhero, he air quotes here, launched a drone attack on everyone, right? And so
Yeah.
that making it a lot more complicated, I guess.
That dude, it just rattled my brain though, because like I started thinking
Yeah.
about it, and it's just like it gets tough, because like usually at the end of movies you can think of an easy solution, but dude, there's no freaking.
There's
you can't.
no easy solution. Yeah. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm so excited because something I really like about like a storyline that I really like about like superheroes in general, like one of the Batman games has this, but is where the entire city is against the superhero and they're like wrongly convicted of a crime, you know? I feel like that's just
Yeah.
one of the coolest like storylines you can do with the character. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's really fascinating, but it stresses me out so bad.
Oh, same.
Because,
Oh.
dude, Spider-Man is my favorite, not only my favorite superhero and stuff like that.
Sorry, I
but-
think your controller died again. Because you cut out.
I'm sorry, my controller died again.
Hold on, let me give it a second.
Sorry, my controller died.
Yeah, I figured. So,
So
Go
not
ahead.
only is Spider-Man my favorite superhero, he's my favorite fictional character of all time. Dude, Spider-Man
Yeah.
is great. And this stresses me out so bad because it makes me hurt for him.
yeah. Spider-Man's my favorite MCU hero. He's probably my third favorite, like, actual superhero of all time. But, yeah, it's really interesting. Then, do you want to talk about
I'm talking about the end credit scene.
end one? Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're driving. Mariah Hill and Nick Fury are driving in their car. But joke's on us, it wasn't them.
So, I'm really confused about this.
Okay, I can explain
So-
it to you because I understand perfectly. So what are you confused about?
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, so I'm pretty sure that they were the Skrulls for the entirety of Far From Home, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so does that mean that the end credit scene of Infinity War was Talos and Maria Hill, and the Maria Hill Skrull, and they
no.
called Captain Marvel that way?
No. So this is what happened, right? So Nick Fury the Nick Fury we see in movies is the real Nick Fury until the end of Endgame. So Endgame, at the end of Endgame at Tony's funeral, that's actually Nick Fury. But if you pay attention to the beginning of Far From Home, they say that they brought everyone back 8 months ago. And at the beginning of the 8 months, Nick Fury left and was replaced by Talos.
Okay.
So the only time
let
that
me-
we've seen Talos as Nick Fury is in Far From Home.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. In Far From Home, when Nick Fury comes into when Talos, I guess, comes into his room, he says, if another person knocks on that door, we're going to be attending another funeral.
Yeah.
Does that mean Talos was Nick Fury at the funeral and Nick Fury wasn't
No.
actually at the funeral?
Nick Fury was actually at the funeral. That wasn't Talos.
Okay, so he must have like told him about the
Yeah, well,
funeral or
obviously.
something? Okay.
You know, he doesn't
Yeah.
want to blow his cover, so he has to inform Talos of everything.
Okay. Okay,
And so
so
I
then
also
one
noticed-
of
Yeah, I also
Sorry,
noticed
go ahead.
too when
Go
they take Peter through the canals in Venice.
Mm-hmm.
They take him to talk to Mysterio, and he's like, he's trying to mention all these other superheroes that could help with this kind of stuff, and he says Captain Marvel and Nick Fury, aka Talos. So
don't invoke
Peter
her
says
name.
Captain Marvel, and he says don't invoke her name.
Yeah.
And that was kind of I won't say that's a dead giveaway, but it was kind of odd for Nick Fury
Yeah,
to say
it was-
that.
Yeah. But why did Talos say that? I'm confused.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
Maybe something happened between the Kree and like Captain Marvel or something. I don't know.
I don't
Or not
know,
the
man.
Kree, the Skrulls. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Okay, there was one other thing. Dang it. Lost my train of thought.
I also want to talk about the fact that there was no Stan Lee cameo in this movie, which was kind of hard to
Okay,
think about.
I went and saw it Saturday night again, and I
Uh-huh.
saw it Wednesday, right? Last week, and then I saw it Saturday. So
Mhm.
Saturday night we went and saw it in the drive-in with my dad, and my dad goes, "Yeah, that was the first MCU movie not to have a cameo." And I looked at him and I said, "Why did you have to say that?" Because I was perfectly, I completely
Yeah,
forgot
dude.
that, and
Mhm.
then
Yep.
makes me sad, dude. It's okay though, especially with, okay, I don't care what you say. Stanley's cameo in Endgame was stupid.
It
I did
was.
not
It was
like it.
awful.
Especially for it being his last.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. Mysterio is my favorite MCU villain. I mean,
Yeah,
Thanos
me
is
too.
really good. Thanos is really good in Infinity War. I think he's lame in Endgame, but
Yeah.
anyway, but Mysterio is so interesting because I don't know how to explain it. He's like,
It's
he's
just
got
interesting,
layers,
dude.
I
He's
guess.
just yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, he's not like this, he's not like a Malekith or an abomination or something. Who's
Yeah.
just, dumb. He's actually interesting, and
He's like you said, he's got layers.
and his relationship with Peter is something I really enjoyed about it too. Is like that
Yeah.
rooftop scene where it's like Nick Fury said it was like hard on him. You do have sarcasm in this earth, right? That
Yeah.
whole scene where they're sitting talking and it's like
But
it's really
dude,
nice
he's
to
a
talk
genius,
to
though.
someone. Yeah, and it's interesting.
Yeah. It
But
was a really
we also
good
gotta-
movie, though.
Yeah, we also got to remember Mysterio isn't just the guy, it's the crew
Yeah.
too, It's that whole
Oh.
group of people. All right. Any last things you want to touch on?
No, but I think I'll give my final review of the movie out of 10,
Okay, yeah.
I think talking about it more and more, I initially gave it a 9.5 out of 10 when I saw it, and I think, I think I'll keep it at a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah. That's it's funny cuz that's exactly what I was going to put as mine. When I first got out of the movie, I thought 10 out of 10, this is the greatest MCU movie out of all of them. And I agree. I still think it's the greatest MCU movie because it's a solo thing and it's really good in my opinion.
It's a well-balanced movie.
Oh yeah, it's
Comedy, action, romance, dude, freaking suspense, it's all there.
yeah, it's
At the
it's
right
got
times,
everything.
too. All the comedy
Yep.
lands, too.
Oh yeah, there wasn't a single joke that didn't land for me. They were
Dude,
all just
Dude, oh my god, dude, when they're in the airplane and Ned's trying to convince to switch seats with Peter and stuff.
yeah. He's got
And he's
got a
like,
perfume
"Perfume
allergy. Thank you
Dude.
for bringing me to my attention, Ned. Perfume allergies are not a joke and all this stuff.
Mr. Harrington reminds me so much of Mr. Nor.
Oh my gosh, he does.
Oh my god, dude.
We didn't even talk about the other chaperone guy. The other chaperone guy
Oh,
was
Mr.
so
Nell,
funny.
dude. He's so funny.
Yeah.
He's like...
Once again,
what do you
not
think
my
it is?
idea.
What do you think it is? Being a man
Being
of
a man of
science?
science.
Witches. Dude, he's so funny.
Our
dude.
science strip has been overrun by witches, people.
And then, dude, when Peter puts on the glasses and he's looking at everybody's phones, he's looking at the history of witchcraft.
Yeah. Oh man.
Gosh, dude, so funny.
He's so good. I love Mr. Harrington too. He like he's going around. Hey, I'm just making the rounds, making sure no one needs emotional counsel. Nah, we're good. Okay, good, because I am not,
Not
qualified
qualified.
for that. I was like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
this movie is so funny. It's
It's a good.
it's-
It's a great movie.
It really is. So yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Do you wanna? Is it in your top 5 MCU movies?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, do we want to go over our top 5s real quick?
Yeah. You can go first
'Kay.
because I still got to think about it.
All right. Yeah, I have to think about it a little bit too. So, all right,
I
number
know.
1 for me is Far From Home,
Okay.
and I think 2 is Guardians 2. I still really love that movie.
Okay.
And then Infinity War. And then Endgame. And Iron Man 1. That's
Okay.
where I'm at right now.
All right. My top 5 for MCU movies. Number 1, Far From Home. Number 2, Winter Soldier.
Oh, I forgot about Winter Soldier.
Number 3, Guardians 1. Number 4, Homecoming. And 5 is probably Infinity War.
Okay. So I'm going to switch mine up a little bit because I completely forgot about Winter Soldier. 1, Far From Home. 2, Winter Soldier. 3, Guardians 2. 4, Infinity War. 5, Endgame.
Actually, I'm gonna switch mine too. Okay, so
Okay.
1 is still Far From Home. 2 is still Winter Soldier. Instead of Guardians 1 for number 3, I'm gonna take it to Guardians 2, and then 4 I'm gonna do Homecoming, and then 5 is I'm gonna put 5 as Endgame instead of Infinity War.
Okay. Yeah. I like Infinity War a little bit better than Endgame.
Yeah, I do
Because
too.
Endgame drags along a little bit for me. I know I'm like pretty much the only person who shares that, who has that opinion.
But dude, I have so
that's
much
okay.
nostalgia for Infinity War too. Like
Oh, same.
every
Yeah.
time I watch it, dude, I had so much hype for Infinity War, but I tried not to hype myself up for Endgame, so I wouldn't get
Yeah.
disappointed. And I just like lost all nostalgia facts for Endgame.
Yeah, because the nostalgia of Infinity War was insane, dude. Like us
Yeah.
hyping it up for like 2 months before it came out.
Dude, it was so much longer than 2 months.
It was.
It was
Literally
like
since it was
5.
probably like a week or two before the first. It was probably once we started doing the podcast, honestly,
Yeah, dude, totally.
because we did it only a couple months before the first trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I wanted to talk about Homecoming really quickly. Homecoming is a great movie. I've just seen it so many times that I'm just sick of it. So that's
Yeah.
that's where I stand on Homecoming. But I've changed. I've changed my opinions on Tom Holland. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man.
There we go.
I was wrong. I just I don't like him with Tony Stark. Is my
Yeah.
interacting with him and stuff is my only
Yeah.
thing.
I'm gonna be totally
Yeah.
honest with you. I'm super glad that Tony Stark is dead.
Yeah, that was something
'Cause,
that was
like-
cool. Was seeing how his death impacted the world too.
But it was such
Just- sorry, go ahead.
that's what makes Far From Home such a good movie too, is that there was no actual Tony Stark in it.
And there was no other Avengers too. It was
Yeah,
a
dude.
like completely closed off movie. I didn't know this was your favorite MCU movie too.
I couldn't decide between Winter Soldier and Far From Home, but I think it's Far
Yeah.
From Home.
What's up with the second one being the best? Oh wait,
I don't
no,
know,
sorry.
man.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I did not
I was
mean
gonna
it.
say, like, hold up, dude. I was like,
Thor and Iron Man. We
yeah, I was like, dude, calm down.
Yikes. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean it. Oh, and Age of Ultron too. Yikes.
Yeah, I was
Never
like, dude, calm down.
mind. Yeah. Can we both agree that Age of Ultron is the worst Avengers movie?
I disagree.
You don't like the first Avengers?
The first Avengers to me is the worst Avengers movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I just have so much nostalgia for that movie.
I have nostalgia
I've seen-
for Age of Ultron more than I do for that one because Age
Yeah,
of
'cause
Ultron
that was your
the
first.
MCU movie that I ever saw in theaters. So
Yeah. Well, I saw Iron Man 1. I've seen almost all of them in theaters. Yeah. And so, but I remember going like up to see Avengers in IMAX and like going in and out for the first time and all this stuff. And yeah, I just have a lot of memories connected to that movie, I guess. And it was everything that I thought
Well-
it was going to be.
well, I think we can say that we recorded a very successful podcast, and it was
Oh yeah.
it was
take me-
nice. It was nice to record
Forever.
one. You know,
Oh yeah. And I
it
think
was good
I
to
think-
talk, refresh, reminisce a little bit too. That was pretty nice.
Yeah. And I think I want to start doing podcasts more regularly.
Yeah, I
And
think we.
I feel
I
like
think we take it for granted more than we
yeah,
should. You know, because like.
it's nice having like an outlet to talk about it or whatever.
Yeah, I
And
also
also
wanted,
with-
like to do a podcast just to talk, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And also I feel like because we have this new recording type thing that we
Yeah.
can do instead of having to get over to another one of our houses and stuff and do it.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll make it so we can record a lot more often,
Yeah,
I guess. But yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this has been Marvel Monday. I'm Brigham.
And I'm Trent. And
This is-
signing out.
Yep.